Scene opens with a dark, abstract shot of a human silhouette. Subtle, ominous red lights pulse within the chest and head area like a slow, threatening heartbeat. Text overlay. What if the greatest threat to your life is one you can't see? The camera moves closer. A deep, resonant voice begins to narrate. Narrator. In the quiet corners of our lives, hidden from our senses, threats are gathering. They don't announce themselves with a cough or a fever. They are silent, patient, and grow within the very systems that keep us alive. These are the unseen enemies, the architects of future crises waiting for a moment of weakness. And often, by the time we feel their presence, the damage is already done. Today, we pull back the curtain on 3 of these silent assailants. The scene transitions to a detailed, stylized animation of a human heart. It beats with a strained, heavy rhythm. The surrounding arteries are visibly constricted, glowing with an intense, angry red. First, we confront the silent killer, high blood pressure or hypertension. It's a relentless force, an invisible pressure building within your 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Imagine a river, its flow constricted, the pressure mounting against its banks day after day, year after year. This is what hypertension does to your body. Your heart, the tireless engine of your life, is forced to work harder, pumping against this immense resistance until it weakens and enlarges. This constant strain damages the delicate lining of your arteries, creating a breeding ground for blockages. Quick, impactful cuts follow. An animation shows a stylized brain where a vessel abruptly bursts in a flash of light, depicting a stroke. The scene then shifts to a glowing kidney, its light slowly dimming and flickering out, symbolizing failure. The consequences are devastating and far-reaching. A sudden rupture in the brain can lead to a stroke, forever altering your ability to speak, move, or think. In the kidneys, the tiny, intricate filters that cleanse your blood are systematically destroyed, leading to irreversible failure. Your vision can blur and fade as the delicate vessels in your eyes surrender to the pressure. Hypertension doesn't just threaten one part of you, it lays siege to your entire body, silently and without warning. The visual shifts to a journey inside a stylized bloodstream. The red blood cells flow smoothly at first, but then glistening, sharp-edged sugar crystals begin to appear, accumulating and clumping together, disrupting the flow. Next, we uncover the sweet deceiver, diabetes. It begins with a subtle imbalance, a sweetness that turns toxic. When your body can no longer properly manage blood sugar, this excess glucose courses through your veins like microscopic shards of glass. It's a slow, creeping damage that undermines your body from the inside out. This sugary tide erodes the integrity of your blood vessels, making them stiff and narrow, and starves your cells of the energy they desperately need to function and repair themselves. The camera follows the path of the sugar-laden blood. It flows towards a nerve, which glows faintly before starting to flicker and dim, representing neuropathy. Then, the view shifts to a close-up of an eye, where the lens slowly becomes opaque and cloudy, illustrating a cataract. The impact is profound. It attacks your nervous system, leading to a painful, tingling neuropathy in your hands and feet, a loss of sensation that can mask injuries and lead to severe infections. It targets your eyes, clouding your vision with cataracts and damaging the retina, potentially leading to complete blindness. Diabetes is a master of disguise, a condition that sweetly and methodically dismantles your health, leaving a trail of chronic complications that can diminish your quality of life. The scene changes to a rotating 3D model of a hip bone, looking dense and strong. As it rotates, its internal structure becomes visible, and it starts to demineralize, becoming visibly porous, fragile, and web-like. Finally, we examine the brittle foundation, osteoporosis. Deep within us, our skeleton is a living, dynamic framework, constantly rebuilding itself. But with osteoporosis, this process falters. The disease quietly leaches calcium and vital minerals from your bones, hollowing them out from the inside. They lose their density, their strength, becoming as fragile as chalk. There is no pain, no outward sign of this internal decay. You feel perfectly fine, unaware that your very structure is becoming dangerously compromised. A dramatic slow-motion shot shows a person taking a minor, everyday stumble. As they try to catch their balance, There is a stylized internal view of a bone in their hip instantly fracturing with a sharp, cracking sound effect and a flash of light. The first sign is often the last one you want, a fracture. A simple fall, a sudden cough, or even the act of bending over can be enough to break a bone. A fractured hip or a collapsed vertebra can mean chronic pain, long-term disability, and a profound loss of independence. Osteoporosis turns your own skeleton into a hidden vulnerability, a foundation that can crumble under the slightest pressure, fundamentally changing the course of your later years. A montage of positive, empowering shots begins. A person smiles calmly while a nurse checks their blood pressure. Someone mindfully prepares a vibrant, healthy meal full of fresh vegetables. A person is seen jogging in a sunlit park looking energetic and strong. These threats are formidable, but they are not invincible. The power to fight back begins with knowledge and action. Understanding your personal risk factors, your family history, your lifestyle, your age, is the first critical step. From there, you can take control. Regular checkups are not just a routine. They are your first line of defense, a way to see the unseen and act before it's too late. A healthy diet, consistent exercise, and informed choices are your most powerful weapons in this silent war. The final shot returns to the human silhouette from the intro. The ominous red lights are gone. Instead, the entire silhouette glows with a steady, healthy, and vibrant blue-white light, emanating strength and wellness. The greatest threats may be the ones you cannot see, but they are also the ones you have the power to prevent. Don't wait for a symptom. Don't wait for a crisis. Final text overlay. Know your risks. Get checked.